in what we're used to. Pier coming in PR 19 into this, and he has already made it this far. We'll see what he has against Santy. We saw the Petra before, had to swap over to the Asuri and still lost. So we'll see if he makes that swap earlier or if that swap comes out at all. And we're going to get to see some more Rayman. I wanted to see a lot of Rayman at Worlds, and we didn't really get to see that much Rayman at Worlds.
Ooh. Yo, but we are seeing the gauntlet play coming out from Santy. A nice three-piece, able to stay aerial, and he's trying to catch these gravity cancels from Pier.
Now, Santy was using a lot of signatures in his main play, but boy, is he eating a lot of axe moves.
Did you just poise me?
No, I boyed you.
Oh, okay.
Totally
Side
different.
Sig. Yeah, definitely not the start of something, but Pier able to avoid, again, going for these GC side six. He's thrown out quite a few of those. They haven't really been working, but I'm curious to see what he's looking for with that as he does find a recovery to disarm Santy.
Ooh, interrupts that with the unarmed neutral light. That gives Santy the room to pick up some gauntlets, getting away from that. Yo, those gauntlets are strange, especially because they get all big with that fist and you see
Giant
that eye.
eye.
It's kind of creepy.
I believe that's a Zariel gauntlet, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh,
I don't
caught
like
the
it.
recovery.
Ooh, goes for the side light. We haven't seen Santy hit the D-lights into the recoveries in a while. Like, he was hitting that consistently, and then all of a sudden it seemed like he stopped. He started to go for the side light options, and a lot of times it was a side light into nothing. Wouldn't even go for the standard GC side light in a direction or waiting and then doing recovery, the opposite direction side light. Nothing like that, but we do have an even game here.
Yeah, barring the D-light into the recovery, if you cannot hit that consistently, then you're going to see Gauntlets struggle because then you have to look for those reads off the side light for the knockouts. But Pier, again, playing this axe game, throws the down sig on stage, kind of a bait to get Santy to come up. But Santy does find his footing, hits that down air to get back onto the stage. But the longer you charge up the side sig, the farther it reaches. As Pier, one hit away, but he doesn't hit the side air. Santy just outspaces it.
You even saw Santy dip out. He was afraid from that vertical fist. Like, he went over it. It was already done, but he still recovered to get completely away from it.
Santy, though, very bold plays. Like, you saw him stand just outside the side sig range of Pier. If Pier had charged it, would have just caught Santy in the face. Both of them in the red, though. Santy with the weapon advantage could see the side light side air. Just a raw side air off the nair.
Ooh, Santy, he was looking for it. Finds the signature, that side signature, to get the KO. And you mentioned earlier about if you can't find the D-light into the recovery consistently, Gauntlets might struggle to kill. That's why you see players pick up the characters like Petra, like the Mordex, because they have stronger signature kits, so they can maybe lean on those a little bit more to get the KO.
Yeah, it's if you can't get the KO with the reads, then you'll go for the SIGs, or you'll go for like a consistent KOing weapon like a sword. But here we are into the final stock. Santy in the red, trying to widen this gap. Wants to make sure he doesn't get caught by anything from Pier while still hitting the damage onto him. Just got a neutral light, nice little down air. Still nothing is guaranteed as he teleports behind Pier with the anime move, but Pier with the side air will get this to the final stocks.
Santy getting a little bit greedy with those signatures. You saw that one go all the way off the edge. Wasn't anywhere really near Pier, but still, Santy just wanted to put the threat out because he's so far ahead. He wants Pier to feel the fear.
I saw you struggling with that. I would have struggled too.
I did. It's tough.
Yeah, yo, it's what? The tongue twister. That's the word I'm trying to think of. But Santy with the NSIG able to take game number 1, playing into Pier's clan tag. And Pier now forced to think about this pick. Going to be sticking with the Rayman for game number 2.
Banning out the stages. There are 4 left. He has 1 more ban. He's banning out Small Mammoth, giving us Small Brawlhaven, Apocalypse, and Demon Island, the latter of which will be Santy's choice. We're going to the island, ladies and gentlemen. Pack your swimsuit, except you probably should not go into the water. I don't know what you're going to catch, but you'll catch something.
Yeah, this is not your average everyday beach. Instead, this is the Demon Island for game number 2. Pier, first one to pick up the weapon, just gets a sidelight. Wants to play this axe game a little bit more against Santy, though.
First weapon did go to Pier. He's definitely getting the better of these damage trades early on into this game. Man, that side sig again comes out from Pier, and he doesn't find anything with it. And it did get a little bit of love here several patches ago, getting a bit of a speed increase that I'm sure the Rayman players out there love, but you don't even need the side signature. Look what he was able to do without it. 30-second KO only in the yellow.
Some fantastic damage building, showing why he wanted to play with this axe. Able to hit that side light, side air to close up that first stock, but coming back into the second stock and already hitting even more damage, widening this gap onto Santy. Oh! One more hit. Misses there. And Santy able to fight his way back onto the stage.
Nice side air. Santy just barely holding on. Got the dodge to be able to move the onstage ground or down signature again from Pier. Neutral sig comes out from Santy. Found a KO the previously. Gets the punish there, and Santy finds a KO. Has taken so much damage on this second stock, juggling the weapons, but Pier is not afraid, going right in. You saw the side heavy. Didn't have quite the range or timing to pick it up. Recovery, not going to KO off the top just yet.
Still looking for these big hits, only pressing that heavy button to try to knock out Santy and keep this gap wide as Santy is starting to close it. Gets in with the side air. Can't quite punish the dodge though, and Pier just going to go for the raw haymaker. Threw away the gauntlets, said he wanted to take off any padding from those knuckles.
He's going to have his weapon of choice here, and it is the axe. He threw it up, maybe wanting to swap, but he ended up picking it back up as Santy respawns, grabs the gauntlets. Pier throwing out so many moves here compared to Santy. Santy really looking for his opportunities to punish rather than initiate.
Nope, but he gets in, punishing the movement of Pier with that recovery. Still needs a little bit more here to finish off this stock of Pier. Ooh, jumps into the side signature, was trying to get out of the way.
He's still going for those GC side sigs too, man. Tony Hawk would be proud.
So cheeky. Here, neutral light into the weapon toss. Can't quite connect. And Santy with the stacked recovery. Going to take it down to the final stocks. Still a little bit behind. Going to stick with the gauntlets for this damage build. Hits the neutral light. Nice turnaround. Dare, nair,
oh,
dare.
He's got some room to go. He got the dodge on that one and kept it going. Again, another side signature from Pier. This one just on the ground, so you're going to have to burn a dodge. Oh, Santy went for it. The exhausted recovery. Didn't end up getting the hit, but is he going to get the comeback here? For real?
Look at the damage. Santy built so much damage up, jumps
Pier,
over the side.
what are you doing?
Into the recovery. Santy says, stop doing it. You dingus. Why do you keep throwing this side sig at me? I'm just going to punish you for it. And Santy takes game number 2.
Okay, Pier is saying in in-game chat, I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt here, even though he did it 100 other times, that it was a misinput. I'm assuming on that side signature that came out.
One misinput cost him the game. He was looking so strong with his axe too, and now he is one game away from getting knocked out of the bracket as he makes the swap over to the Taros, retaining the axe, the thing that he's been able to build up so much damage with, and he's going to pick up a hammer for maybe more consistent knockouts.
Really great comeback from Santy at the end of that game. He's going to force Pier to go back to the old Pier and bring out the Taros. I know the vintage Pier fans are loving this choice here. Now Santy, he's going to have to be careful about the hits he takes. He is playing Petra, not a necessarily super low defense legend, but still he's going to have to worry about the hits he takes because he took a lot of axe hits when he was playing against a Rayman. I expect something similar here from the Taros.
The damage here from Pier could be devastating, but so far, no huge swings either direction. Santy gets in with a side light and then a neutral light, maybe expecting a spot dodge or a dodge down from Pier. It's just the raw side light, side air. Side sig reads the dodge in from Pier. Good movement coming out on both sides. Santy can't quite find the hit, but he gets Pier off stage with the side air. Over to the gauntlets for the potential knockout.
Now, one thing he will have on his other weapon that isn't Axe, if you're looking at the Rayman, he doesn't have those consistent KO options, but he does on his other weapon here, which is the Hammer. That might give him an edge here over Santy when he wants to finish off those stocks. It's going to be more consistent from the Gauntlets, more consistent from the Axe, but we see the first KO going the way of Santy. He's able to get just a little bit of a lead here, but Pier easily finds the weapon. I was expecting the side air there. There it is.
Big side air. Maybe
Side
some
of the stage, though.
inputs coming out from Pier, a little bit of tournament nerves. This is making some slight missteps on these inputs, but he's got Santy in the red, throws out the down sig. Santy trying to punish from below, but can't quite find anything on the Pier just yet.
Ooh. I think he didn't want to go in with the side light there. He wanted the more KO option, KO friendly option, which is the neutral light. Not really a KO move, but it is a better KO move than the side light. Don't think he could have hit the Sair afterwards true on it. Pier looking a little bit more shook here, a little bit less confident than he was with the Rayman.
He's building so much damage onto Santy's first stock. He's going over to the Hammer. A Stomp Side Air would be the stock, but Santy with a GC Side Light Side Air puts Pier off stage. Big Nair from below will finally finish that first stock of Santy and Pier. What's the weapon? Gonna be the Axe.
Nair's going to get through that spot dodge that came out from Santy. Santy still putting out damage on this final stock. Has the Gauntlet neutral light. Didn't even send Pier off screen as it was a little bit favoring the right side of the stage, sending to the left. You see Pier trying to keep something safe above him, but it doesn't matter. Santy's able to get through the Nairs, get through the Sairs, find the KO on the Gauntlets. Here we go. Into this possible final stock from Pier as Santy is already up 2 games.
This is potentially tournament stock here from Pier. Onto the Hammer. Getting some damage built up for the moment. Is he going to make the thought of the swap? No, Stomp Side Air. There's the weapon toss over to the Axe. Wants the damage, but Santy's on top of him. Side light recovery. Nair to bring him back down towards the stage because he doesn't have the damage. And a nice wake-up neutral light from Pier will halt some of this momentum of Santy.
Weapon spawn coming in. Santy grabs it. Pier being very careful. GC D-Light into the recovery. We're seeing more of those coming out from Santy. That consistent KO option he was using earlier on in the set. Weapon spawn comes in. He's going to grab that orb. The Dare is going to bounce Pier off the stage. Pier trying to recover back. The GC Insig. Santy. What?
What a play! Downlight GC. Side heavy from Santy for the style. You could have gone for the recovery. Could have gone for the ground pound. But he wanted the style of the side heavy to close it out 3-0 over Pier and continue on in the bracket. But you got to give credit to Pier. This is his first top 8 ever in tournament history, and to do it on the World Championship stage, pretty big, pretty nice.
And he went through some really good players. This is an obvious statement. He went through some really good players to get it. He took out Llama 3-0. Then, unfortunately for him, he ran up the Sandstorm, lost that 0-3, but then he went down into the loser's bracket. He ended up taking out, let's see, he took out